Hi, and welcome to this edition of MyMetroTV.com. Daybreak, first stop to the rest of the weekend. I'm Frederick Knight. Thank you for joining us this morning. Coming up this morning, we've got sights and sounds from the Taste of Africa, as presented by Bethel AME Church. Also on the way, we'll take a look at the Natural Wig Foundation. We'll find out about the organization and what they're up to. Also, we've got a behind-the-scenes look at the new thriller, Priest. Plus, we'll take a look at what's going on in and around the Metro. All that and more coming up on this morning's edition of MyMetroTV.com. Daybreak, first stop to the rest of the weekend.
I had the chance to speak with Leslie Simkins of the Natural Wig Foundation to find out a little bit about the organization's origin and the motivation behind its efforts.
The motivation was to help women and children with their wig, help them pay for wigs. Wigs are kind of, the good ones are expensive, so that's what we're here to try to help them, you know, make their wig, make their hair look natural, because if you feel good, you look good, and you just act a certain way, and that's pretty much the motivation behind it.
Okay, and what was the inspiration for the foundation?
Well, the inspiration was me. I didn't have anyone to really help me. I kind of learned it through trial and error, looking for wigs that they didn't fit right. And at that point in time, when I was looking for wigs, I couldn't really try them on, or you could only try on 3, and I couldn't go back into a fitting room or a private area where I could try them on because I had patches all over my head, spots. So that's what kind of pushed me to go ahead and, hey, let's do this, because if I'm having that problem, I know I'm not the only one in the world that's having it. So.
Okay, now what's the criteria for consideration by the foundation?
Oh, the criteria, if you're losing your hair, I mean, you could, I don't care if you're going through, if you have a chemo, radiation, or alopecia, if you have some kind of hair loss and you're honest about it, we just give. We don't really, pretty much don't ask that many questions, because it's personal and it's private, and some people aren't able to go out and say, you know, I'm losing my hair. They're secretive about it, and we understand that, because I was too at one time. Now I don't mind showing my head.
Speaking of the secretive component, what do you think is the major, having been there yourself, what do you think is the major contributory to that feeling?
Well, the first thing you see when you see a female is you see their hair, and when you don't have it, you don't feel. To me, I didn't feel like I was a female, because I'm like, well, I don't want anybody to see I'm ashamed, you know. That I once had this pretty thick hair, and now I'm balding. And you look at the celebrities, and you see everybody with their hair, and you're like, well, why me? Why don't I have any hair? What's wrong with me? And so it does make you kind of crawl up into a ball and like what's to do? What can I do? So. Okay,
and what was the motivation for you? What was the breakthrough in your case?
Well, I got so tired of going to different wig shops and only able to try on 2 or 3, not able to use a fitting room or a closed door or some privacy. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start my own, and that's what I did. I started my own. Natural Wigs and the Natural Wigs Foundation.
When did you start the foundation?
Started the foundation 2 years after the store was created. I think it was, we're trying 2004, 2006, I believe. And it's been going ever since.
Okay, and some aspirations for the foundation. What are you hoping to accomplish beyond where you've already gone so far?
I wanted to go to a much larger scale. I want to be able to reach people in Charleston and little small towns like Batesburg and Johnston, Saluda, North Augusta. I want to expand, and that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to get it out there and trying to help others, so because when I was going through my hair loss situation, which I still am, but I'm proud to say that I'm wearing a wig. Me and my cousin, we went to Charlotte, we went to Atlanta, we went, I think it was Tennessee. We went so many places, and only to find a little place in Sumter, South Carolina that had something that I liked. So we went to all those places, only to find some place in Sumter. So I want people to know that I'm here, and I'm here to help.
And if they want to get more information about the foundation or natural wigs, how would they go about it?
Well, they'll feel free to call 803-772-1600, or if you can't reach anybody, leave a message. We'll gladly return your call. Or you can email us at naturalwigs@yahoo.com. The website, we're working on that, so I'm going to let you know once that's actually ready to go up and running. But feel free to call the store. We'll be more than happy to help you.
This portion of MyMetroTV.com Daybreak is being brought to you in part by Marbella's Fine Hats, 9400 Two Notch Road, Suite F. Ladies, dress like the queen that you are and wear your crown from Marbella's Fine Hats.
Here's a myth. Having an insurance agent costs you more money. The truth? An Allstate agent can save you a bundle by helping you get all of the discounts you deserve. Discounts for safe driving, anti-lock brakes, owning a new car, paying electronically, having more than one policy, and more. All told, the Good Hands offer more than 30 different car and home insurance discounts.
Give Eric Rutherford a call at the Rutherford Agency today. For the latest in hot looks, trends, and styles, visit Styling Point Salon, 9710 Two Notch Road in Northeast Columbia. Styling Point Salon specializes in styles, cuts, colors, relaxers, and a wide array of weaving and braiding. Call or stop by and see Luann White and the ladies of Styling Point Salon today and take your styling to the next level. Styling Point Salon. Have your
Are you having trouble selling or renting your home? Let Bluebird take care of your nest. We offer a full range of property management and leasing services. Call us so we can help you today. And remember to watch MyMetroTV.com.
Bethel AME Church recently presented A Taste of Africa. From Cairo to Cape Town, the event offered representation of all the countries of the continent of Africa. The Taste took a look at histories, customs, and foods from the various countries. Our Kaela Harmon spoke with Bishop David Daniels, presiding prelate during the event.
As a bishop representing genuine African countries, what did you think of today's event?
I thought it was awesome. I think it's a right step in the right direction to us connecting back to our roots. All black folk came from the continent of Africa, from one of those 54 countries. We had 54 countries, and if we celebrate the Jews going back to Israel, we should begin to celebrate in this kind of fashion as a beginning of celebrating who we are, and then the next is connecting and working together and building each other and creating stability in those African countries. Black Americans, along with our white partners, creating lasting stability.
Kaela also spoke with Reverend Dr. Ronnie Brailsford, pastor of Bethel AME, about the importance of the event.
Well, it's an exciting time for us because what we decided, we wanted to reconnect more so with the brothers and sisters on the continent of Africa and really take the opportunity to help folks to learn more about Africa. Even as I just said, the continent, many times when people speak of Africa, they talk about the country, but it's really a continent with 53 to 54 countries, depending on who you're talking to. The other thing that we wanted to do is that to try to clear up some of the misinformation. For instance, many times when we hear the news and we hear about Egypt, we hear about Libya, we hear it just kind of thrown in there with the Middle East, and you really don't get to know that those are really countries in Africa. We also need to know more about the people that are there, what is our history, our ancestors, and when we do that, I think we have a greater appreciation for who we are as a people in knowing our history, the beginning of civilization, the beginning of humanity, right there in Africa. So we hope that this will be an educational opportunity and an opportunity to really help people get connected between African Americans in the United States and on the continent of Africa.
Now, this event was a fundraiser for your race for Bishop.
Yes.
How does it tie into the fundraising and the role of Bishop and what Bethel AME's mission is?
Well, it's very interesting. When we started out, it really started, yes, as a fundraiser with the King and Queen March today. But like many great ideas, it just kind of evolved. And so what we decided to do last night was to put on the front end of this a symposium. And we brought experts in from the local universities here, as well as persons from Africa, who could talk firsthand about what are some of the world issues, what are some of the impacts of things that are happening there in Africa. I am looking forward to prayerfully being elected a bishop to serve in the AME Church in 2012. Part of our serving is the first 4 years at least will be mission work in Africa. So I'm looking forward to going to Africa. I've been there on 3 occasions. I'll be making 3 trips there this year in terms of with the people there. What the fundraising does, it allows us to have the resources to go there and to travel across the United States, because even though it's a spiritual journey, it's a political process that is involved. You actually have to be elected worldwide to serve as a bishop in the AME Church. And there are only 21 active bishops in the world at any given time. So it's a very unique kind of position to be in. So we do a lot of the fundraising for resources for travel, lodging, and food and things of that nature. And so that when we get to Africa, we can help with some of the needs of the people that are in Africa as well.
This was a phenomenal event. Do you think you'll be doing it again?
Oh yes, most definitely. People are already asking, when are we going to do it again? And what we decided out of the symposium last night is that we're going to actually start a series of symposia, because just like we said, it's a taste of Africa. I mean, we could do this for the next 10 years and really not get all of what we need to get into it. So we are really excited about what God has spun out of this, that is more than a fundraiser, it's more than about a candidate. It's really about people, and it's about us getting to know each other and make a difference in the lives of other people. So yes, we're going to be doing a series of these kind of activities.
All right, well, we'll be looking for that. Pastor Brailsford, thank you for your time and good luck on your race for bishop.
Well, thank you, and thank you all for being here.
Thank you so much.
Greatly.
This is Kaela Harmon with MyMetroTV.com signing off.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of MyMetroTV.com. We'd like to thank all of our guests for joining us this morning. And of course, we'd like to thank you as well. If you would like to be a guest on the show, have a show idea, or would like to advertise on the show, we can be reached via email, mymetrotv@aol.com, or simply visit us on the website, mymetrotv.com. Remember, when out on the website, take advantage of the great web opportunities. Like right now, you can book your next vacation by clicking on to the Expedia banner. And remember, you can enjoy special portions of the show as presented on the web. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of MyMetroTV.com, and the countdown to the return of the Mac continues. We look forward to seeing you again next week when we do it all over again here on MyMetroTV.com. Daybreak, first stop to the rest of the weekend, here on Watch Fox.